Hello, hello. My oh my, it's been so long. It was such a while ago that I filmed a video, so I thought I would get back into the practice by doing Dawn Michelle's mid-year top 5 decks hashtag. So here we are. Hope you're doing good. Hope life is treating you well. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Now let's get into this hashtag. Let's do this. So you can probably hear from my voice I'm a bit croaky. I haven't been out partying the whole evening drinking whiskey and smoking cigars. I'm actually poorly. I've gotten the lurgy, which I've had for about 2.5 weeks. So, you know, bear with the voice, bear with the voice. Okay, so my top deck that I've used the most so far in 2024, if you've been watching my channel, this will be no surprise. It's the Darkwood Tarot, of course it is. This is the deck that I use for my shadow self, my inner wolf, yeah, my inner red cap. And I've just realised now that I've missed a card. What a nincompoop. I had these edged in black and red, and then recently I edged them all black, and I see now that I've missed a card because I'm a dopey draws. But there you have it. Anyway, so I'm no doubt you've seen this deck before. If you've watched my channel, you've definitely seen this deck before, because as mentioned, I use this with my facets of self-work, with my inner wolf. My inner wolf came through on this, and even my inner red cap, which you'll see here. They've been two facets of self that I've been working with really intensely. I would say actually since January, although I feel they started appearing or coming through August, September last year, something like that. They've taken a bit of a backseat for other facets of self the last month or so. So this one hasn't been used as much in June or July, I would say, although it's still used. I still pull cards to gauge how if there's any messages coming through from my shadow self. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that one so much longer because you've seen that one so many times. But I love this deck. It was a second-hand find on eBay, and I'm so glad that I bought it into my collection. Yeah, let's move on to the next deck. So my next most used deck of 2024 thus far is the Wanderer's Tarot. This was a purchase that I didn't have planned. It just kind of, it just happened. You know when that happens, right? Your finger just accidentally pushes the buy button. That's what happened with this deck, but I'm so glad I bought it. This, as I mentioned before, if you've seen in my videos when I speak about this deck, kind of elbowed its way into being used on a daily basis. I started pulling daily draws again, which I hadn't done since pretty much the beginning of my practice, when my practice first started. And it even edged its way, or elbowed its way, into helping me when my squirrel energy is all over the show. And it helps me kind of funnel that energy into a specific area where I need to focus my energy for the day. So this has been amazing. I also use this for like creative projects or any questions I have surrounding my practice. Yeah, it's just it's gold. This deck is gold, and it sits out every day on my altar, so that I can just grab it and pull a daily card, or if need be, if my squirrel brain pops its head up, yeah, and I draw a card and it helps me. So it was a very unexpected purchase and an unexpected placement, can I say, in my collection. I didn't expect it to hit home run as it did. Let's move on to the next deck. So the next deck, surprisingly, is Boddas Tarot of Earthly Delights. Look at the backs on these. They are absolutely stunning. You thought I was going to say gorgeous, didn't you? I felt it in my waters, but no, I'm going to use stunning instead. I purchased this one, backed this one on Kickstarter, and I was umming and ahhing and thinking, I don't know, should I buy it or not? Should I buy it? I backed it because I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. But then when I got it home, I was like, I don't know if I like it. And it was mainly the borders that kind of put me off, and the size of the cards. The cardstock is quite, you know, it's very, very flexible. I haven't had a problem with it. I haven't bent any cards or anything like that because I'm very, very careful with my cards. But just an FYI. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. This is the Queen of Cups, obviously. It's just so gorgeous. And so I was kind of having an hour and I was thinking, should I cut the borders off? I don't know. Or should I just sell the deck? Because I wasn't feeling any kind of connection to it. And then I used it, I can't remember when, but I've used it 2 months this year. The first month was like planned that I was going to, you know, try it out just to decide if I should lock the borders off and or sell it, or if I could make a connection with it. And my goodness me, I made such an amazing connection with it. And I even paired this one with the Magic of You Oracle, which was like, you know, also a home run. It was a fantastic pairing. Excuse me. Sorry. And when I started using the deck, I kind of started falling in love with the borders. I don't know if you can see here, it's got like these mushrooms. This is obviously the pentacle suit, and it's got these mushrooms around it. And I was like, oh, actually, I think I might like the borders. So I did a complete turnaround on my initial thought process for this deck. I mean, here, I don't know if you can see here all this. It's beautiful. So I don't know what I was thinking. And then I used it the first month. I was like, yes, wow, what was I thinking? You know, why was I thinking of rehoming it or even chopping the borders off? What an nincompoop. And then this came out a second month, a couple of months ago, maybe in May or something, which was completely unplanned because I'd only just used it, you know, a month or two previous to that. So this ended up being a deck that I've used a lot in 2024 because I used it 2 months, you know, straight, or not straight, but 2 months in 2024. Does that make sense? You get what I mean, right? But it's just absolutely sumptuous. I mean, you know, I would be quite happy just to go through these cards and look at them because they're so beautiful and there is so much going on in them. Oh, they go. I mean, look at this is the last one, I promise. This is the last one. Okay, we're done. Let's move on to the next deck. Okay, so we've got 2 decks left. Which decks made it into this list? This one was quite difficult and quite surprising, actually, when I went back and looked. It's the Green Witches Oracle deck. Yeah, I know, it's strange but true, but I've been using this every month for Dawn Michelle's Fellowship of the Weavers practice. I've edged mine in different colours, which I'm not a big fan of. I try to pick up the colours in the backs. Not a big fan. They're a bit too vibrant. I should have chosen like pastel colours. Anywho, that's irrelevant. Stop the babbling, thank you kindly. Yeah, so I use this every single month. This is for a specific practice within the Fellowship of the Weavers practice. Like, that's too many practices, but I think you get what I mean. Anywho, and that's the reason that it's obviously been used a lot, because, you know, it comes out every single month. And it's a kind of, what's the word? It's an understated or underrated deck. But when I was looking back on the decks that I've been using, and I was like, oh yeah, this one. And I really, really like it. But it's like not, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It is understated in my practice personally. And it's kind of, not an underdog, it's not that, but it's like, oh goodness me, come along now. Grab the words, Angel, get a grip on yourself. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I'm going to say it is an underrated deck. It's waiting in the wings there to blow my socks off with every reading. But it's, oh yeah, I can't find. I'm hoping that Editing Angel will think of something fantastic to write on the screen for you in editing to explain it. But it's just, every reading that I do with this is amazing. But it's not demure, that's the wrong word. That's like, oh, I don't know. I can't explain it. Please, Angel, in editing, think of something super duper fantastic and write it on the screen. Thank you kindly. Yeah, so this deck has got 3 keywords, which is great, in my humble opinion. I love the artwork. I think it's gorge. There's that word that's coming back. And I even enjoy the guidebook. Can I show you the guidebook quickly? Am I allowed? Yeah, because it's my video. I do what I want. So we've got the picture, we've got the keywords. Then we've got the card meaning. We've even got reflection, which I really like. It gives you a bit of a continuation, like a journaling question. So, for instance, we've got mortar and pestle. What parts of your life do you need to blend more seamlessly? I just really enjoy it. It's understated, but it makes it sound like it's not a good deck. It's a fantastic deck. Yeah, I just, what can I say? It's a great deck, but it's whatever editing angel put on the screen right now. Fingers crossed I come up on an excellent descriptive word. Move on to the next deck. So, which deck found the last slot in my mid-year top 5 decks? That would be Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is the deck I use for ancestral work. I pull this one a lot. Not particularly for daily draws, but, if I want to speak, I'm going to say, to my ancestors. This has now been designated to my maternal ancestors. I do have another deck which I've assigned to my paternal ancestors. However, that was very recent. That's happened very recently, and this one definitely has gotten more use in 2024 than the other one. The other one is what's that called? The Dreamscape Tarot. No, is it called the Dreamscape Tarot? I'm sure it's called the Dreamscape Tarot. I'll put the name on the screen. But it's very similar to this, although it's in the shadows, I feel. And that's the deck that I've designated to my paternal ancestors, which I've started working with very recently in 2024. So yes, I'm going to say this deck would have turned up if I'd done this this tag, the previous years. This deck would have also turned up on that list, because I do use it a lot throughout the year. Because obviously, my ancestral practice is a really important practice. So the deck obviously is used very often. I'm babbling, aren't I? I think I am. Anywho, that's it. We're done. We're dusted. That was a quick video. It's great to kind of dip my toe. That's not a toe. That's my hand. But you get the drift. Back into the YouTube video making pool. What say you? Let me know in the comment section. What are your top 3, if you want to, decks that you've been using in 2024 thus far? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know. Otherwise, I'm going to thank you for hanging out with me. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Take care, and keep a watch out. I'm doing a VR to Chanel Days mid-year tarot wrap-up tag. I can't think what it's called, but keep your eyes peeled, because that one's coming very, very soon. Take care. Hope to see you in the next video. Toodaloo.